The holiday season evokes feelings of warmth, joy, and togetherness. Families gather, sharing laughter and creating memories that will last a lifetime. But for the family of Hayden Manis, Christmas 2019 marked the beginning of a nightmare that continues to this day. 4.5-year-old Hayden vanished from his great-grandmother's home in Muncie, Indiana, his disappearance shrouded in mystery and heartbreak. Hayden, a bright and cheerful child, was last seen amidst the festive bustle of a family Christmas Eve gathering. Presents were being unwrapped, carols filled the air, and the aroma of holiday treats wafted through the house. In the midst of the celebration, little Hayden slipped away unnoticed, leaving behind a void that has haunted his family ever since. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the agonizing realization dawned that Hayden was not merely missing, he had vanished. The festive decorations were taken down, the joyous carols faded into silence, and the once bright home was cloaked in a pall of despair. The family's hope dwindled with each passing season, replaced by a gnawing fear that they might never know what happened to their precious little boy. The mystery of Hayden's disappearance deepened as authorities began their investigation. Leads were scarce, and the trail grew colder with each passing day. The family grappled with the agonizing unknown, clinging to the slimmest of hopes that Hayden was still alive somewhere out there. Hayden's early life was sadly marked by instability and hardship. His parents, Dustin Manis and Terry Williams, struggled with substance abuse, casting a shadow over their son's young life. Their struggles led to the heartbreaking decision to remove Hayden from their care in 2016, placing him in the custody of his paternal grandfather, Gary Manis. Gary, a loving and devoted grandfather, provided Hayden with a stable and nurturing home. He doted on his grandson, showering him with affection and providing him with the care and attention he desperately needed. Hayden thrived under his grandfather's care, his infectious laughter and bright smile a testament to the loving environment he now enjoyed. Despite the challenges they faced, Hayden's parents remained a presence in his life. Dustin, determined to overcome his demons and regain custody of his son, embarked on a journey of recovery. He diligently attended court-ordered probation and drug treatment programs, his love for Hayden fueling his desire for a fresh start. Terry, however, continued to struggle with her addiction. Her battle with substance abuse led to her incarceration in 2018, further complicating the already difficult situation. Hayden, caught in the crossfire of his parents' struggles, could only watch as their lives spiraled downwards. In 2018, Dustin's hard work and dedication paid off. He successfully completed his court-ordered programs and regained custody of Hayden. Filled with hope and determination, Dustin vowed to provide his son with the stability and love he deserved. Hayden's life seemed poised for a brighter chapter, his future filled with promise. Tragically, Dustin's newfound stability proved to be short-lived. He relapsed into his old habits, his addiction once again taking hold. The dark cloud of substance abuse returned to cast a shadow over Dustin's life, threatening to shatter the fragile peace he had built for himself and his son. As Dustin's addiction spiraled out of control, he began to construct a web of lies and deceit to conceal Hayden's disappearance. He told family members that Hayden was living with his mother, Terry, who was supposedly now clean and sober. This fabrication, a desperate attempt to deflect attention from himself, only served to deepen the mystery surrounding Hayden's whereabouts. Dustin's lies and evasions bought him some time, but his carefully constructed facade began to crumble. Family members, suspicious of his inconsistent stories and concerned about Hayden's well-being, started to ask difficult questions. Dustin's evasive answers only fueled their suspicions, leading them to believe that something was terribly wrong. In September 2024, almost 5 long years after Hayden's disappearance, the truth began to unravel. Family members, alarmed by Dustin's continued lies and the realization that they hadn't seen Hayden in years, contacted authorities to report him missing. The delayed report sent shockwaves through the community, raising more questions than answers. The Delaware County Sheriff's Department immediately launched an investigation into Hayden's disappearance. Detectives began retracing Hayden's last known steps, focusing on the Christmas Eve gathering where he was last seen. They conducted numerous interviews with family members, friends, and anyone who might have had contact with Hayden or Dustin in the intervening years. The investigation quickly zeroed in on Dustin as a person of interest. His history of drug abuse, coupled with his inconsistent stories and evasive behavior, raised red flags for investigators. As they delved deeper into Dustin's life, they uncovered a disturbing pattern of deceit and manipulation, further solidifying their suspicions. Armed with search warrants, investigators descended upon various locations in Eaton and Muncie, including a home on Nancy Lane where Dustin had resided. Cadaver dogs were brought in to scour the properties, their keen sense of smell offering a glimmer of hope in the search for answers. Section 5. Unraveling the truth. The investigation into Hayden's disappearance was hampered by the significant delay in reporting. Years had passed since he was last seen, making it incredibly difficult to gather reliable evidence or piece together a clear timeline of events. Precious time had been lost, time that could have been crucial in locating Hayden. Despite these challenges, investigators pressed on, determined to uncover the truth about Hayden's fate. They meticulously followed every lead, however tenuous, hoping to find a break in the case. The community, gripped by the heartbreaking story of the missing boy, rallied behind the investigators, offering support and sharing any information they thought might be helpful. As the investigation progressed, a disturbing picture began to emerge. Witnesses came forward with troubling accounts of Dustin's behavior in the years following Hayden's disappearance. His drug use had spiraled out of control and he had become increasingly erratic and unpredictable. Investigators discovered that Dustin had continued to spin his web of lies, even as the walls were closing in around him. He maintained that Hayden was safe and sound, living with his mother. However, his claims were contradicted by evidence and testimony, further solidifying the belief that he was responsible for Hayden's disappearance. In November 2024, a glimmer of hope emerged from the darkness. Dustin Manis was arrested on drug charges. The arrest, while unrelated to Hayden's disappearance, provided investigators with an opportunity to question him directly about his son's whereabouts. During his interrogation, Dustin remained evasive, clinging to his fabricated story about Hayden living with his mother. However, investigators, armed with months of evidence and witness testimony, refused to believe his lies. They pressed him for answers, determined to hold him accountable for his actions. Tragically, before Dustin could be compelled to reveal the truth about Hayden's fate, he died of a drug overdose in December 2024. His death, a grim reminder of the devastating consequences of addiction, left a void in the investigation and extinguished any hope of learning the truth from the one person who likely knew what happened to Hayden. The heartbreaking case of Hayden Manis serves as a stark reminder of the critical importance of promptly reporting missing children. The delay in reporting Hayden's disappearance significantly hampered the investigation, allowing precious time to slip away. Time that could have been used to gather evidence, interview witnesses, and potentially bring Hayden home safely. When a child goes missing, every second counts. The first 24 hours are particularly crucial, as the chances of finding a missing child alive decrease significantly with each passing hour. Timely reporting allows law enforcement to mobilize resources quickly, issue Amber Alerts, and engage the community in the search effort. In Hayden's case, the 5-year delay in reporting meant that potential witnesses may have moved away, memories may have faded, and evidence may have been lost or destroyed. The passage of time created a significant obstacle for investigators, making their already challenging task even more difficult. Despite Dustin Manis's death, the investigation into Hayden's disappearance remains active. The Delaware County Sheriff's Department, unwavering in their commitment to finding Hayden, continues to pursue every lead and follow every tip. They remain hopeful that someone, somewhere, holds the key to unlocking the mystery of what happened to Hayden. Authorities are urging anyone with information, no matter how seemingly insignificant, to come forward. Even the smallest detail could prove crucial in solving this heartbreaking case. No piece of information is too small, and even an anonymous tip could provide the breakthrough investigators desperately need. Hayden's case has touched the hearts of people across the country. His infectious smile and bright eyes have become a symbol of hope and a reminder of the importance of child safety. The community, united in their desire to bring Hayden home, continues to hold out hope that one day he will be reunited with his loved ones. The disappearance of Hayden Manis is a tragedy that has left an enduring scar on his family and the community. The pain of not knowing his fate is a heavy burden to bear, a constant reminder of the precious life that was lost. Despite the uncertainty and heartbreak, Hayden's family refuses to give up hope. They cling to the belief that one day, they will learn the truth about what happened to their beloved son and grandson. They draw strength from the support of the community and the tireless efforts of law enforcement, who remain dedicated to finding Hayden. Hayden's story serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of cherishing our loved ones and never taking a single moment for granted. It underscores the vital role that communities play in protecting their most vulnerable members and the unwavering spirit of hope that can emerge even in the darkest of times. If you have any information about the disappearance of Hayden Manis, please contact the Delaware County Sheriff's Investigations Division at 765-747-7881. No tip is too small, and your information could help bring Hayden home.